All right, Reggie here. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana today. I got Keith Nelson from Buckcherry. How's it going, man?
It's really good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Finally got in from the rain. We just had a huge rainstorm here, but I hear you're in nice, warm New Hampshire.
We are. We're on the beach in New Hampshire, fixing to rock this joint tonight.
Nice, man. You guys are actually just out here in the Indianapolis-Noblesville area about 2 weeks ago at the X103 May Day, and I had a chance to catch that show myself, and it was, as always, a great set from you guys and a great show as well. You guys are supporting Confessions right now.
That's correct. Yeah, it was great. It was great fun to be on that festival, and we've done a few festival dates like that this summer. It's been a lot of fun.
Nice. And you guys are supporting Confessions right now. And is that the first concept album you guys have done?
Absolutely, and quite by accident. We had talked about doing a themed record early on, and then it just kind of, through the course of the writing and discussing and everything, kind of turned into a full-blown, full-length record.
Interesting. So it wasn't really the intent to go into it as a concept album. So at what point in the writing or recording process did it kind of turn into that?
Well, we started writing songs early on, and Josh and I had the idea of doing something based on the Seven Deadly Sins. And as we started to write the songs, the lyrical quality of everything just really took on a cinematic quality. And I was having a conversation with Stevie, our guitar player, and I was speaking to, the idea of us directing our own video, and instead of farming it out to another director, and, Josh leading the way on that. He's done some acting, and that turned into, why doesn't Josh just write a screenplay and to go along with the record? And one thing led to another. We ended up with the story, and we ended up with, basically a soundtrack to that story. And, all the while, we wanted to make sure that the record could stand on its own without the help of any knowledge of a backstory. So, wanted to make sure all the moving parts were actually working on their own.
Interesting. So a lot of albums, a lot of bands right now are doing the concept album thing.
It's hard to hear you. I'm sorry. Did you?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of bands are doing the concept album theme right now, and it's just starting to become somewhat typical. So what is it about Confessions that sets it apart from other concept albums that are released by some other bands? And
well, yeah, I can't really speak to what other people are doing, only because I've been so focused on what we've been up to. But I can tell you that the story is unique in that the story itself is based on actual events in Josh's life when he was a younger man, and so it's loosely based around that and tied into the Seven Deadly Sins. So it is coming from actual experience.
Okay, cool. So what? At this point in your guys' career, you guys have been around for quite some time now. Why did you? Was it something that just kind of happened, or what is it about this point in time that brings on? Let's do a themed album and take that approach. Why now for Buckcherry instead of maybe before or?
Yeah, I just think we're always kind of looking to push the envelope a little bit and do something different. I mean, just anything that would force us to spark a creative genesis of anything. So it seemed like, why not? We hadn't done that before, so doing something that we hadn't done was a motivation of anything else. I don't think any of us ever sat around and thought someday I want to make a concept record. I don't think it was anything like that. Right. It just kind of seemed to be like the natural progression of conversation and writing, and we just decided to go for it.
Nice. The album's been received really well by pretty much everybody. I don't think I've seen really a whole lot of negativity about the album, which is great. And when a band like Buckcherry, when you guys are, this far into your career, do you find it harder to maybe reinvent yourselves and do something different, or is it easier as the years go on?
I don't think it's really a reinventing, because we're still a rock and roll band. I don't want to reinvent that.
Right.
I think that that being 6 records into a recording career, it's a perfect excuse to try different things and push the envelope and test the limits of what we're doing within the confines of rock and roll. So it was a perfect excuse, actually, to try different stuff. And Tenor Concept record kind of allowed for some of that different instrumentation, different arrangement, different song, just different kind of songwriting.
Okay.
Getting outside of the box,
Cool. So throughout the process of writing, recording, putting the album together, what's maybe one thing that maybe fans wouldn't expect that might have happened? Something that maybe you guys didn't expect to have happen during the process? Was there any surprises or anything like that came up that you're like, whoa?
Not really. I think that the beauty of this band is that, and everyone is, we're so familiar with each other, and we've been playing together now for so long that we can kind of, whatever obstacles or things that come up on the road, we can adjust pretty quickly. I think it really goes back to the 5 of us playing live. No matter where those songs start or how they're written, we all end up together in the studio playing them live together, and it really makes the songs take on a personality and they just start to breathe and live on their own.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I've seen you guys, I want to say five times. I saw you twice in 2009 on the Black Butterfly cycle, and then 2 or 3 times on this cycle as well.
Yeah.
And it seems like as the years go on, even almost with each show, you guys, it gets better. You guys are sounding better and becoming more cohesive.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and I think that's the kind of thing that you can't really force or buy or create. It just has to happen over time. There's something about playing, over 1,000 shows with each other that just makes that happen, and you can't, there's no way to get that other than to put in those years and all those shows and all those hours and days.
Okay, and
there's no shortcut to that.
Right, and you and Josh have been playing together longer than the rest of the band has. You and Josh, from what I understand, are the 2 originals from the very beginning.
Yeah, exactly. 1996.
Right. What's it been like to kind of look back and see how the band has progressed over the course of the years and to getting to this point?
Yeah, I don't really spend a lot of time looking back. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a time for that. Mm-hmm. But, it's really about the task at hand and moving forward. I don't really spend a lot of time looking back on past accomplishments or whatever. And, don't really spend a lot of time with nostalgia.
Okay. Yeah, especially when there's so much on the horizon, sometimes you gotta just keep pressing forward and looking at what's to come. So you guys have played a lot of the festivals this year, not just the radio festivals, some of the bigger ones, Rockville, Carolina Rebellion, especially Rock on the Range, one of my personal favorites. And Rock on the Range, you guys got to join some of the guys from Cheap Trick on stage, is that right?
That is correct. Stevie and I got up and did 2 songs with them, and it was really it's pretty incredible, actually.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming at all. And to be able to go on stage with Rick and the rest of those guys in front of what ended up being about 100,000 people over that weekend.
Yeah, it was quite unexpected. It wasn't like we expected that at all. And as we were coming off stage and they were getting ready to go on, we ran into them. We're old friends from around the way. We've played many shows with those guys. They're always so great and gracious to us, and going. I got another one to do. I'm like, oh, snap. So he stuck around and did another one.
Nice, man. That was just awesome to see. It was so cool.
As awesome as it was to see, it was even more awesome to be doing it. It was really,
man, that had to have been just surreal. Just like, is this really happening?
yeah, I didn't really believe it until I saw pictures of it after the fact. I'm like, oh shit, that really happened.
Wow. Yeah, man, it's that there's just something about the festival experience itself, aside from all that just kind of, it's just a unique experience and a unique atmosphere, and you can't really explain it or put it into words. It's just cool to see and be a part of. So finally, with this album cycle, is what kind of sets it apart or separates it, or, you know, from past album cycles for you guys? Is there anything that's like, this is the best one?
Well, I mean, the wonderful thing about the progression of what we've been through over the last 6 records is that each record has built and grown our audience, and in a time when record sales, especially for rock artists, are declining, and SoundScan used to be your sales report used to be the way you measured your success, and that really isn't our barometer for success. Now we look at the overall scope of how many people we're reaching, and we're reaching more people than ever, and our international touring and fan base has grown exponentially, and that really is so very exciting for us, to be able to go to Europe 2 or 3 times a year, and Australia and Japan twice on this record so far, and South America, and now we're talking about Southeast Asia, and places like that, getting to places in Europe that we hadn't been before, places we've never been before. That's very, very exciting.
Wow. Especially when, a couple of years ago, you guys were just coming back from, a significant amount of time off. You came back with 15 and a couple albums later. It's impressive to see how powerful Buckcherry's reach has gotten over the course of the last few years, especially coming back from that. Some bands, it takes a while to really get back up to that level, and it's almost like you guys never went anywhere in the first place.
Well, that speaks to the tenacity of the whole outfit, from the band to our road crew, our managers and our agents, and just the whole team of people that surround us. Just being committed and working really, really hard. And, the band is such a tight unit. We're all really, really good friends, and we're all really committed to what we're doing, and we really believe in it. And we had to have that kind of belief even before there was any kind of success. So it just added fuel to it, and we just keep carrying on.
Awesome. So, finally, I mean, what does the rest of 2013 hold? I mean, there's obviously going to be some more festivals. Aftershock in September with a great lineup. How long do you guys plan on touring and supporting this album?
Well, we're already pretty much set to the end of the year with our plans. I know there's going to be a South America run. We're going to be back in Europe again. We're going to be all over North America. There's a Canadian run scheduled. There's a bunch more in June, July, August, and September in the States. And I've already heard talk of what we're doing in January. So there's no end in sight. We have a lot of work to do, and we have a few more singles we want to get to. We want to get this music out to people, and we're stoked on it.
Awesome, man. Just never ends. Looks like a long road for this album, but a great album in itself, and doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon for you guys.
Yeah, we're having fun, and our audience is growing, and we're really reaching a lot of people, and it's been really rewarding.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. And I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to me. It's been awesome. Thank you so much.
You got it, Ricky. Thanks, man.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
See ya.
One village moving John that I would go with him, but he didn't talk to me all day yesterday.
Who's John, Kara? What happened to Ryan?
Okay, here's the deal. Last week, Amanda told Jamie that she saw Ryan texting Amy in bio. Amy and Kara used to be biffs, so that's soup shady. Anywho, Jamie told Kara, so Kara dumped Ryan. Then Kara went out with John to make Ryan jealous, but she ended up liking him for reals, even though Aaron likes him, and they cheer together. What?
Make us part of your family. Look for nutritious dairy brands with a real California seals.
Ooh, and Aaron defriended you. Just BT dubs.
With my little girl, every food is finger food, so I can't afford to have germy surfaces. But a fresh sheet of Bounty Duratowel leaves this surface cleaner than a germy dishcloth. It's durable, and it's 3 times cleaner. So ditch your dishcloth and switch to new Bounty Duratowel.
Tra la la tra la tra la.
Best low-light smartphone camera. Better than iPhone, better than Galaxy.